What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 15 of Park to Prem here with Boston United. Today we've got a huge clash at the top of the table, but to kick things off, I thought we'd take a look at the club dynamics. I feel like this is an underappreciated part of Football Manager, a part that I don't necessarily shine enough light on. And well, you can see the current setup here at Boston. I feel like a broken record saying this. I'm still looking for that natural born leader to kind of implement into this squad, but it is a challenge. It's very rare for a top team, or any team in fact, to release kind of their leading player, you know, the real influencers in the dressing room, and, well, allow them to be available for transfer. And ultimately, we don't have a great deal of money. We don't have the biggest budget. We're kind of having to manage without. But in our current dressing room, you can see here a status quo is emerging. We have a hierarchy, and Terry Hawkridge is towards the top of it, which I feel like you could be forgiven for thinking he's just vanished this year. Simply because, well, he played a lot last year, and then this year I've kind of just completely replaced him. He's still kicking around. He has agreed a contract to the end of next season. I'd like to believe that he will see out the rest of his career here, but compared to some of the players we've signed more recently, it's pretty evident he's not of the standard of the squad right now. You can see alongside him we have got a few more regular first team players in the form of Burrow, Liddell and Duxbury in the highly influential players category, and then it's kind of a next generation coming through, the likes of Simon Quansah, and of course Sammy York also on his way up the pecking order. You may have noticed a few episodes ago he got up to 3 strength. Of course he was injured very recently with a twisted ankle. That has seen his strength drop back down to 2. So everyone who was celebrating, everyone who was pointing out in the comments how amazing it was he had 3 strength, maybe stop the celebrations for now. It's a bit weird actually with Sam York. We've kind of started playing him as an advanced playmaker. I hoped that that might turn his fortunes around after a bit of a lacklustre previous season. I'll be honest and say that playing as an advanced playmaker, granted we have gone up a level, hasn't really seen us get much more out of him at centre mid. I feel like he's not been a super standout performer, and maybe that's a little bit harsh on him, but at 18 years old, he's undeniably one of the most talented players in the team, and he just very rarely grabs a game by the scruff of its neck. And well, I kind of wish he had grabbed a few of these games by the scruff of their neck, because since we were last here, we've played 5 matches, and it's been a mixed bag. Yes, we are not top of the league. In fact, we are trailing, and we need to beat Havant and Waterlooville today, who preside in 3rd place, and in fact I believe have the exact same record as us at this point in the season. So anyway, the first game following on from the convincing result against Notts County was against Yeovil. A good little result there, Jordan Burrow with the goal. We then followed that up with a 2-2 draw against Cheltenham. In this game, twice we took the lead, twice we threw it away. Sam Barrett scored a really nicely worked goal for us inside the first 5 minutes, and I thought that was going to set the tone for the game, that we were going to be able to kind of pull away and it would be nice and comfortable. It wasn't. Alfie May scored for them, and despite Burrow scoring just before half-time, having already assisted the first goal in the game, that was not enough to see this game out. In the second half, they came out. Jack Sparks scored a tremendous solo effort for them. I can't really complain about it. Just one of those that you kind of have to stand up and applaud, I suppose. And that was how the game finished. 2-2. Cheltenham, though, they are a good side, have had a bit of a slow start, have some standout individuals. I think their quality showed through in this game. Anyway, the next game we had was against Dartford. We beat them 4-0. The big takeaway from this game was Bobby Camwer getting his first 2 goals at the club. And whilst he is underperforming his XG, his actual form has been really good. I've been impressed with him so far. He has been the Hawkridge replacement out on the right-hand side of midfield. You can kind of get a pretty good idea here of why Hawkridge maybe isn't starting anymore at the moment. And yeah, he looked top drawer in this game, which unfortunately could not be said for anyone on our team, against Wrexham. A first defeat of the season, a first defeat in 21 matches. We got off to a good little start as well. Adam Liddell scored for us after just 4 minutes. They pulled a goal back through Benares inside the first 10. And it was 1-1 at the break. After 2 early goals, it simmered down until the second half. And, well, to kick off the second half, we looked great. Burrow chipped in with yet another goal. This makes it 4 goals in 4 for him, during this game. And he'd looked in great form. And I thought, maybe that's enough. Maybe we're going to be okay now. No, it wasn't. We absolutely collapsed. Wrexham with some tremendous finishing, it has to be said. Some incredible goals here scored by them. Real moments of quality. And ultimately, a quick triple blow hit us in the space of 14 minutes. We didn't react to any of the blows. They all landed. 3 goals conceded, 4-2 it finished. A little bit of a wake-up call, perhaps. I've had a really good home record this year. I've looked very, very good. And in this game, it would be fair to say that we looked distinctly average. Anyway, the most recent game was against Barnet. A good little 3-0 win here. Of course, Barnet, a team who were in League 2 not too many years ago now. Another penalty scored in this game. We've had a flurry of penalties. 3 in the last 3 games. Liddell scored here. He got another one just before half-time to continue on his great goal-scoring run. And in the second half, it was Quansah with a goal, the 19-year-old centre-back who has been just an ever-present part of our team for the last couple of seasons. Chipped in with his first headed goal of the season. And yeah, he kept his great start to the year going here. You can see, just looking at Quansah, a 7.41 average rating in the league so far. That is one of the best in the first team. You can see here, just looking through things, Simon has a 7.76. That is absolutely nutty. 2 goals to his name, but ultimately, at the back, we've looked so good defensively. And that really has been the platform we've built off, which is what made the Wrexham defeat all the more disappointing, I suppose. Sam Barrett out at left mid has also kind of hit the ground running in the team. 7.56 rating for him, looking very, very good in left midfield. As, of course, is Jordan Burrow, who has 7 goals in 9, and also Liddell, who has 8 goals in 11. The goals, they're flowing. We are looking pretty good, but despite this run of games where, yes, we only lost 1, we have dropped points. And if we just look at the league table, you can see the lie of the land here. Solihull Moors currently top of the league, 5 points ahead of us. We are going to be desperately trying to close the gap on them, I imagine, in the near future. Today we've got a game against Havant and Waterlooville. You can see Chesterfield, Wrexham, who we lost to, just narrowly breathing down our necks. Notts County have dropped off the pace a little bit, but Hartlepool and Boreham Wood not far behind. I have a very sneaking suspicion this is going to be a very, very competitive season. And, well, the key for us really is to, take the good start and hope that, we can keep a little bit of momentum going. You can see, just looking further ahead, we've got Solihull Moors, Chesterfield and Hartlepool in a trio of games actually following this one, so we may do a triple header tomorrow. I feel like you guys enjoyed it last time we did one, or maybe we'll do a double header of Solihull Moors and Chesterfield. You guys can let me know what you would like to see. It's kind of weird actually. I feel like we're playing a lot of the big teams towards the top half of the season. If we can get some good results in them, great, we set a pace for ourselves. If we were to slip up in these next 4 very tricky games, suddenly there's a lot of chasing left to be done and things don't look quite as rosy. But for now, plenty of reasons to be optimistic. Solihull Moors have started the season superbly. They were predicted to finish 6th. They've currently dropped just 2 points in 11 games to start the league season. Their key player, if you were curious, is Christian Pearce, who is a Barbadian centre-back. I mean, that's an unusual nationality and a half, but a very, very good player. Is he as good as Simon? I think he's better than Simon. We can compare them here. I mean, there you go. I big up Simon all I want. There's bigger fish out there in this ocean that they call the National North. Or not the National North. We're not in that league anymore. The National League. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how competitive this division is. We've had a great start. 6 clean sheets is the joint most in the league. So give Dermot Mee some credit, the young Northern Irish goalkeeper. He's looked pretty good so far for us. Last year his average rating wasn't too great. This year, lots more saves to be made. And for the most part, he's made them. So give him some credit. Anyway, let's get into today's game against Havant and Waterlooville. This is a big little game for us. They are going pretty strong towards the top of the table. As I said, they have an identical record to us. In terms of how we're going to line up, we are pretty much at full strength for today's game. Duxbury, Simon, Quansah and Fossey actually at right back. We should talk about Fossey before we get into the game today. So, of course, Prado is a player who I've kind of championed as a right back option. He buggered off on international duty, so I was forced to give Fossey some game time. And in 3 matches, he has 2 assists and a 7.33 average rating. And whilst, yes, on the training ground, he's not looking so good, he's declining perhaps slightly as a player, just simply based off how good he's been for us in the 3 matches he played whilst Prado was on international duty, I'm going to give him a little bit of a run in the first team and see what he can do. I feel like sometimes you've got to take these chances. Of course, Prado is just a very good option to have on the bench anyway because of how versatile he is. But no, keep an eye out for him. Fossey at right back. Could he be a solution? I wanted to say to our right back woes. I say that. Prado's a very, very good right back. Let's make no mistake here. But he's not been an incredible player for us. I mean, when you compare the two, it looks like Prado should just be better. but that's not how Football Manager works, of course. And, well, with that in mind, Marlon, giving you the nod today, representing the USA. Let's go out there and watch you play. I'm a lyrical MC, aren't I? Let's see what we can do here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to beat Havant and Waterlooville. We are going to be away from home. It's going to be a tough game. They are going pretty well. I feel like Havant and Waterlooville, for football fans in England, is a team that's kind of familiar. They went on quite a well-known FA Cup run years ago. I feel like there's the odd English non-league team that kind of have their name thrust into the spotlight and get remembered by fans. Havant and Waterlooville are one such team for me. Anyway, no action to start the first 10 minutes. I feel like a trademark, not a trademark, but like a kind of a sign of our team, I suppose, has been early goals for us. We've just conceded an early one against us. Musa Diarra, back post header. I don't know if the keeper could have done better. I've just spent 2 minutes bigging up me. Now look at him. Deacon ball in, big header through. I think a bit of confusion with the man on the line and the keeper. I'm not sure how much of a blame you can shift on me. I mean, don't blame me, everyone. Blame me. Let's not do this. Wrexham, by the way, leapfrogging us as things stand. It really is very, very close. Wrexham just 2 points behind us. Chesterfield also in a position to pounce. So, depending on who slips up in this game between us and Havant and Waterlooville, there's a chance for teams behind us to, well, close the gap at the top. I'll tell you what, not liking what I'm seeing early on in this game. Back-to-back corner highlights for Havant and Waterlooville. There's statistically 7 shots for us. I was about to say 7 shots for us, 7 shots for them. The game is evolving, everyone, but what I wanted to say was really, it's been very, very even. 9 shots apiece at half-time, on target 3 each. They've got a slightly better XG. It's been a close game, though. 52% possession in our favour. Show me something else in the second half, lads. We need to do more than this. Duxbury to Dronfield. Big ball down the line. Not a particularly great ball, but he'll get another shot here. What can you do this time, mate? He's got a bit of passing in him. He's got a bit of a passing range. Look at that ball. Tries to pick out Camwa. Unfortunately, could not find the intended recipient. And, well, Havant and Waterlooville have the ball here. They've looked lethal going forward. Clinical so far. Both highlights we've seen from set pieces, but maybe a chance from open play here. Duxbury switches it in. We're only a minute into the second half here, so a goal either way could drastically change how the remainder of this match plays out. And well, Camwa giving the ball away again. Now with rights for them. Do not foul him. Do not give away the penalty. Taylor at the edge of the box, sniffing around for an opportunity. Goes back to Stocko. Now with Taylor again, inside to Deacon. Back with Taylor. Lovely passing play. Great tackle there, but it's not dealt with, and oh my word. A scrappy goal. A bit of bouncing around in the box. Deacon scores, finds the back of the net. The keeper's on the floor having tried to make a save. And unfortunately for us, that is going to leave things here at 2-0. And we have a bit of a mountain to climb. An unusual position perhaps to be in live commentaries is this position of chasing a game. But chase it we most certainly are. In fact, I'm trying to remember the last time we were 2 goals down as Boston manager in a live com. You're probably going back quite a long way. Dronfield on a booking scares me. Also, not a big fan of Camwa being on a yellow. So we're going to bring in DKM. I know that DKM is not really a natural right-hand-sided player. He can play to a somewhat uncomfortable level at right but mid. And that is where we needed to play today. DKM, come on, be the impact sub, my friend. I don't like the fact they've got another corner. They've looked so lethal from them. They've scored another. 2 set pieces for Havant and Waterlooville and a scrappy goal. But we find ourselves 3 goals down. And whilst I think you can make a pretty compelling argument that that scoreline flatters them, make no mistake, they've had the better chances in this game. We have not turned up here away from home. It's been a long time since I've seen a performance as disappointing as this one. I don't even really feel in a position where I want to drastically change how we're approaching things. Simon scores. Okay, maybe we've got a chance. But yeah, I don't really feel like, you know, we need to drastically change anything, I suppose, which might sound really weird. But I feel like we've not been a bad team at all here. You know, we've been fine. We just need to, well, knuckle down. We've still got 25 minutes to try and turn around our fortunes, I suppose. Some fresh legs in the midfield. But, well, nice to get a goal. Barrett to Simon. Goal number 3 for the season for him at centre-back. It's not really been a performance to sing and dance about from our defenders so far, but that's a silver lining. Another chance here, maybe. Quansah. Oh, my word, that was a weird highlight. It's 3-2. Don't panic, we've got our own set-piece specialists. Is there time for a comeback? What a crazy game this has been. Barrett whips it in, Quansah near post across the face of it. The camera could barely keep up. It was like it was a quick corner taken and it's caught everyone out. When you look at the XG, you could say this is against the run of play, but we've had opportunities in this game. Finally, we've started taking them. Could we score another? Burrow to Barrett. I feel like we've got the wind in our sails now. Liddell bringing the ball forward. Tries to pick out DKM. It's red. But no, the players look like they're playing with a bit more confidence now. York tries to pick out a pass to DKM. Fails. Now with Havant and Waterlooville, who will want to reinstate a 2-goal lead, reinstate that breathing room that they had for so long in this game. Big ball over to Burrow, though. Can he score this? This could be huge. It's tipped away. Liddell unable to get to the rebound and, well, made sure it's gone clear by the Havant and Waterlooville defence. Although another set piece. Barrett whips it in. Oh my word, it's headed away. This is drama. We've not had a game like this in a very long time. Liddell can't get there either. Oh my, there is the life in us yet. We are kicking and screaming right now. We are not going to let them take this result away from us without trying. Duxbury picks out Burrow. Burrow, Shirley, mate, let's go. It's 3-3. What is happening? What is actually happening? What a crazy game at the top of the table. We've changed a few instructions. You know, we've taken off work ball into the box. Going a little more direct with our play, not distributing it to the centre-backs anymore, trying to get it up the pitch a little quicker. We've scored 3 goals. 4 set pieces scored between the teams in this game, and then 2, well, kind of fairly dissimilar finishes. Might not be over yet, though. As much as we've got back into this game, there is still time for either team to score. Burrow running through, 10 minutes left, all on his lonesome. Can he finish it? No, he can't. Oh, I thought he was going to score there, but it's just gone the wrong side of the post. Let's berate the players. A shout of... I didn't really mean to shout berate, but we've gone with it now. I'm going to very attacking everyone. I want the last goal in this game. Unfortunately, I think it's going to fizzle out and we're going to have to settle for a 3-3. Oh my word, what an absolutely crazy game. Boys, great performance to come back from 3 goals down to make it 3-3. Burrow with a few opportunities to fully turn things around, unfortunately did squander those opportunities. But given how that game was, I have to be pretty happy with that. Looking at things here, Solihull Moors just lost 3-0 to Ebbsfleet. So that keeps things close at the top. Meanwhile, Wrexham and Chesterfield won. So suddenly you've got this 4-way tie on 27 points, and Solihull Moors maybe looking a little susceptible, having just slipped up in their most recent game. Anyway, as I said, we've got a few very, very big games on the horizon almost immediately. I think we won't do the Hartlepool game. I think tomorrow we'll come back for a double header. We're going to have Solihull Moors and Chesterfield. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about that I've not covered in a recent episode, please let me know it in the comments. I will very much take on your kind of thoughts, or if there's stuff that you feel like we've been missing out on, and cover it. I felt like today we'd look at the dynamics. If we want to look at how players are training, perhaps how some of the younger players are developing, that is certainly something we can look to do. But my word, what a crazy performance that is. We maintain second in the league by the skin of our teeth. I feel like this is going to be an absolutely nutty season. What a great performance, though, to come back. Hopefully we can have more inspiring displays like that one tomorrow. And well, until then, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.